We are here in Las Vegas, Nevada, here for Wrestlemania 41, and Jey Uso has a special entrance as he's floating up in the air, eating with the WWE Universe here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And he will be taking on the Rings of Raw Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. The match kicks off and they are brawling. They are locking up to start this match off. Jey Uso has no respect for Gunther as he goes for a cheap shot for what Gunther did to Jimmy Uso all these weeks ago. He's hammering away, not letting nothing out. And Jey Uso diving to the outside of a suicide in a Gunther. He's willing to put his body on the line to avenge his brother for what Gunther did to him. He had Gunther seated in the corner. Gunther counters him with a kick, and then Gunther with a vicious lariat into the mat, slamming him right in the middle of the ring, right on that prime bottle, into the cover, hook of the leg, count of two, and a kick out by Jey Uso. Gunther cannot believe it, tosses Jade in the corner. Jey with an elbow, that Jey on the middle rope, kicks Gunther away, and there's a shotgun drop kick. And Uso goes all the way to the top turnbuckle with a diving headbutt to the chest of Gunther, cover on the Rings of Raw. 1, 2, and kick out at 2. He has him on the outside of the ring, sends him face first on the announcer's table. Now Jey is clearing off the announcer's table, but Gunther launches from out of nowhere with a drop kick, now picking Jey Uso up and dropping him with a powerbomb on the camera. Now Gunther on the announcer's table. Jey Uso's back must be hurting real bad, and now a powerbomb on the apron and then to the LED. He gets in the ring and takes out the referee who was counting. He does not want the referee to count. Gunther wants his own time to beat the living hell out of Jey Uso. He's grabbing steel steps and tossing it. Oh my god. Now Gunther, damn, right in the post and into the barricade. Now Gunther's taunting in the ring as if he already won the match. Wait, Jey Uso's on his feet, takes him out, face first on the turnbuckle, launches off the ropes, and a spear. Jey Uso's gonna do it. He's gonna become new World Heavyweight Champion. No, Gunther kicks out at 2. Now Jey Uso's trying to get fired up. He's putting powerbombs into Gunther. There's a super kick for good measure, tossing him in the corner, putting strikes in the face of Gunther. I think Gunther's busted wide open. Yes, he is. And Jey Uso going for the hip attack. Uso sends Gunther to the outside of the ring, putting him up against the announcer's table. And he's up on the top turnbuckle, and the Uso splash through the announcer's table. Jey Uso now has Gunther in the ring with a cover. 1, 2, and no! Gunther barely just kicking out at 2.9 seconds. A millisecond away, Jey Uso with a super kick in the face of Gunther. Gunther looks busted open, real bad, and his chest is battered as hell. No! Gunther moved out of harm's way from the Uso splash and puts Jey Uso down with a picture-perfect powerbomb. There's also scratch marks on his back. This match has been crazy. They're going back and forth. They're brawling. Slap for slap, chop for chop. Uso, Gunther not letting it down. This has been a banger way to open night 1 of WrestleMania. And they are brawling. Oh, Gunther immediately going for a powerbomb as he got let it out from the hockey fight. Is that enough to put Uso away? No! How? Now Gunther's gonna go for a maneuver. Some kind of maneuver on the top turnbuckle. No, Jey Uso fights out and sends Gunther down. and Gunther's in the drop zone for an Uso splash. Count it, ref. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso is the new World Heavyweight Champion. He has done it. Jey Uso is happy as hell in his celebration, but we can't say the same for the Viper Randy Orton, where he had a conversation with Nick Aldis and says, "Do you have a match for me at WrestleMania?" "No, Randy, I don't." "Oh, what? Find me one. Like, give me anybody. Like, can I do an open challenge or something?" "I had to talk to Triple H for that. I'm not sure, Randy." "Well, you better find one soon, because I will be on this WrestleMania card somehow, some way, so expect me interfering in a match." We're here for Jade Cargill taking on Naomi. This has been a feud that's been very, very personal. Jade Cargill and Naomi scrapping hands already. They're brawling, and they're not laying down. Naomi trying to steal a victory over Jade Cargill. Hooks up the legs tight. He has the tights locked in. No. Cargill kicks out. Naomi tosses Cargill in the ropes, and there's a hip attack. Cover. 1, 2. Cargill barely kicks out. Naomi went for a maneuver, but Cargill countered with some elbows. Now Cargill trying to steal a victory over Naomi with a roll-up, but Naomi kicks out. And as she kicks out, she gets launched away for a vicious big boot by Jade Cargill. Cargill calling her up onto her feet and now ready to take her out with a Jade. But now she does not want one Jade. She wants 2 Jaded to put the exclamation points in a Naomi to make sure that Naomi never attacks her ever again. Cargill picks up the victory. And now we have Jacob Fatu taking on LA Knight for the United States Championship. Knight setting Jacob Fatu in the corner immediately, now putting the boots over and over again into the Samoan Warrior. Running outside the ring, Jacob Fatu is clearing off the announcer's table, but Knight follows him and pointing his face over and over again into the announcer's table. And he's back in the ring and putting more boots into the ribs of Jacob Fatu. LA Knight firing up, going for the elbow. No. He missed the elbow, and Fatu with a super kick to the dome of LA Knight has him in the corner. Some vicious headbutts until LA Knight's ultimately butt is busted wide open, and there's a hip attack for good measure. Fatu going for the moonsault. No, Knight moved just barely. Knight now ready to go for a BFT, but Jacob Fatu doesn't even allow him to go for the move yet, as he gets him for a right, and they're brawling back and forth. No, not back and forth. Fatu is letting Knight feed him some strikes. Fatu tells him to come on. Oh, Knight tells him to come on, and they're in a hockey fight. Who's a better man? Jacob Fatu gets the better of him. Knight has some elbows though, and so Fatu to wear him down. There's a BFT. 1, 2. No, Fatu kicks out. And Knight goes for a knee, trying to wear Fatu down. Fatu keeps on countering him. Now Fatu has Knight up for an avalanche maneuver on the top turnbuckle. Wait, sorry, the middle turnbuckle. I think you were going for an avalanche Samoan drop. There's a cover on a Knight 2 and a kick out, just barely. What does Fatu have to do to put Knight away? There's a super kick. Now Fatu with a splash. There's a cover. Is that enough to put LA Knight away? No! Knight kicks out at 2. And now, is it Musa going to connect this time around? Yes, it does. Is this enough to put Knight away? Referee taking his sweet ass time as he gets in the cover. And there's 2.9 seconds, a millisecond away. If the referee did not take that long, it probably would have been 3. Jacob Fatu's furious at the referee as he takes him out for taking too long to count the pinfall. And now Fatu changes his attention to LA Knight for a clothesline. Referee still knocked out as Jacob Fatu's gonna fly. No! Knight catches him for strike. Now LA Knight trying to put the end to Jacob Fatu. No, it's Tama Tonga interfering. Now it's the Bloodline interference. Tama Tonga takes out LA Knight on the outside of the ring and sends him right back into the ring, where Fatu has Knight in the perfect position. Oh my god! RKO from out of nowhere! It's Solo Sakoa trying to stop Randy Orton, but Orton counters Solo and an RKO and a Solo Sakoa. Now pops up Tama Tonga and an RKO to Tama Tonga as well, and sends him to the outside of the ring, leaving the ring to LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. And Knight ready to put Jacob Fatu away with a blood force trauma. Count it, ref. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight retains his United States Championship. And we're backstage with a confrontation between Randy and Nick Aldis. Randy, why'd you go out there and RKO everybody? Nick, I told you I'll go out there. I told you expect me going out there. And I would have been out there anyway to help out LA Knight. It was a 3-on-1 disadvantage. So do you have a match for me? No, Randy, I don't have a match for you. I'm sorry. I can't find anybody. Alright, Randy Orton snaps of an RKO. He's lost for words. Nick Aldis is wiped out. Orton says, do you have a match for me? Yes or no? I'll drop you yet again if you don't. Nick Aldis says, yes, I got you, Randy. Good. Now get out of here before I RKO yet again. We're here for Rey Mysterio and Americano's match. This is the most awaited match. This is the match that I've wanted to see. Look at this amazing wrestling. Rey Mysterio puts Americano down. And it's just back and forth action. Let's get ready to see some amazing action right here on this WrestleMania 41 match between Gran, Americano, and Rey Mysterio. Gable launches with a moonsault and a Rey Mysterio. We see amazing moves like a Rey Mysterio moonsault off the barricade and then an Arabian press into El Grande Americano. Mysterio going for another mover in the ring, oh my god, that's not Chad Gable. What am I talking about? That's El Grande Americano with leg lock, ankle lock to Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio flips El Grande Americano over and takes him out with a moonsault, dropping him on his head. Now Mysterio fired up on El Grande Americano. And there's a kick to the ear. Now Mysterio going for a 619. Here's the audience cam. There's a 619. It connects. Mysterio springboard splash. No. El Grande Americano moves. I keep on trying to say Gable. This is not Chad Gable. This is clearly El Grande Americano with the cover. And Rey Mysterio kicks out at 2.5. Mysterio though going for a Hurricane Rana and has the legs tight with a roll up, but Gable kicks out and reverses it to Rey Mysterio with his own roll up. and Rey Mysterio kicks out, and Gable's fired up though. I keep on saying Chad Gable for some reason. I need to start learning my vocabulary right. That is not Chad Gable. It's the last time I was talking to myself. This is El Grande Americano with a diving headbutt. No! Mysterio moves. And now going for a 6-1-9 into El Grande Americano. Boom. It connects. I think this is it. Springboard splash. That's it. El Grande Americano is done. 1, 2, 3. Mysterio picks up the victory. What did Mysterio trying to do? Oh no, you can't do that. That's disrespectful to the heritage, to Mexican. Sorry, the luchador heritage. That's great that the American Maid came out to save a review of El Grande Americano. Disrespect to Rey Mysterio to even attempt to pull the mask off of El Grande Americano. Oh wait, who's this? Is that? I think it's El Generico, ready to come out to help out Rey Mysterio, who got brutally attacked by American Maid. There's a hoover kick by El Generico, and another one. No, through the screen catches him going in his position. No, he gets him with a boot as well, and he sprints down in the ring where he sees El Grande Americano. Boosts him. The mask falls off. Who is it though? He flips him over, and it's none other than Chad Gable. Nobody knew. And we're here backstage where Solo and Fatu, sorry, not backstage, but in the parking lot where Solo and Fatu put Tama Tonga in the ambulance who got injured by Randy Orton. I'm gonna talk to Nick Aldis and get a match of Randy Orton for what he did to you. He's the reason why you lost your United States Championship match, and yet we have Tama Tonga in the ambulance all because of Randy Orton. I got you, Jacob. Don't worry. I love you, Jacob. I love you. I'll be ready for us and the sake of the Bloodline. You sure you won't need me in your corner, Solo? Yeah, I'm sure I got this. Trust me. Good luck, Solo. I love you. We have a lot of love in that segment in the parking lot, but here we are in the War Raiders taking on the New Day. This is gonna be a war for the World Tag Team Championships. Now we have some tag team maneuvers to kick this match off. Kofi Kingston taking flight with a suicide dive and an Eric right to the barricade. Now we have some more tag team maneuvers, this time from the New Day. The chemistry of the New Day is extremely high. They've been doing this for 10 plus years. Cover on Eric, and Eric kicks out at 2. Kingston's trying to get Eric in the corner, but Eric counters with a belly-to-belly suplex. Now we take out Woods, but Woods gets him for a knee and drops down as Kingston going for a maneuver. No, Eric sidesteps and takes Kofi Kingston out. Now takes Woods out, clearing the path for a tag in the Ivar. Ivar in the ring, going for a maneuver in Xavier Woods, dropping him. Cover in the Woods, count of 2, and Woods is barely kicking out. and some more maneuvers in this insane tag team match we're seeing, with Xavier pulling the double knees in the ribs, with Ivar breaking things up. Now Woods going after Ivar and takes him out for Enziguri. Now changes its direction to Eric, sending him to the corner of the New Day, ready to go for the midnight hour. Picture the name of this finishing maneuver. A double foot stomp to the chest, whatever it's called. Cover, count of 1, count of 2, and a kick out by Eric at 2. Kingston go for a trouble in paradise. No, Eric counters it with a super kick. Now has him in the corner for a tag team maneuver with his tag team partner Ivar. That's it. Cover 1, 2. Woods breaks things up. Just barely, just in the nick of time. Now Woods putting the assaults in an Ivar. Gets out of the ring, tags himself in, takes out Eric with a stunner. A trouble in paradise by Kingston and Ivar. Ivar's rocks. He's stunned. Now Xavier Woods. Oh my God! Whatever that move is called, we'll get told if that move is called by Woods. That's what defeats Ivar. And here are the new tag team champions, the New Day. And this brings us to Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship. This match is very, very personal. They took shots at each other 2 weeks ago on Friday Night SmackDown. It's been going very, very viral on social media. They have a lot of hatred, and look at this. This proves it. That they're throwing strikes back and forth at each other. This is not a match. This is a fight, as Tiffany uses the ropes for her advantage and launches over, oh my God, over using the ropes to levitate herself with a swanton. But that's not enough to put Charlotte Flair away, as they're still yet again going back and forth, brawling. Like I said, this is not a wrestling match. This is a brawl. This is a fight. And yet another hockey fight. Who gets it better this time around, though? Will it be Tiffany or Charlotte? It's Charlotte that gets it better if Tiffany Stratton takes her out with a spear. Cover on a Tiffany Stratton. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5. Tiffany takes Charlotte in the corner. Look at that athleticism from Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte used to be just like Tiffany Stratton. She probably still is right now. Stratton now going for a standing moonsault. Bang! It connects to Charlotte Flair. Tiffany goes to the apron. Flair kicks up. Now a strike. Tiffany Stratton against the ropes yet again. Amazing ring awareness springboard. Oh, she misses it wildly. Miscalculated that one, but didn't miscalculate that Alabama slam. Picture perfect. Prettiest moonsault. No! Flair moves, has her in position for the natural selection. Now Flair locking her up for the figure 4 leg lock. And she's gonna wrench into the figure 8 narrowly. There it is. It's locked in tight. It's Tiffany Stratton gonna tap out. She's struggling. Yes, she does. Breaks out some strikes to the face of Charlotte Flair as well. Tiffany uses the arm of Flair, takes her to the mat. Flair rolls out of the ring. Stratton follows her of a suicide dive. Tiffany's fired up. Tiffany has Flair on the announcer table as she launches through the announcer table. Goes Charlotte Flair. Tiffany, she's not done this yet. She wants to put more insult to injury into Charlotte Flair. She clears off yet another announcer's table. She's gonna put her through it. No, Flair counters her. Now Flair going for a DDT onto the announcer's table. This match has been insane, ladies and gentlemen. Flair on top turnbuckle, going for a moonsault on the standing Tiffany Stratton, and she falls through the announcer's table. Cover and the Tiffany Stratton in the ring. 2. Stratton kicks out at 2.5. Just barely though. Flair or Stratton up onto her feet with a crossbody. No, Stratton moves and takes Flair out with a vicious dropkick. Now Stratton goes up to the top turnbuckle with a Swanton bomb cover and a Charlotte Flair. Count of 1, 2, and Flair kicks out at 2. Now Stratton going for the prettiest moonsault ever. It connects this time around. Cover out of Flair. And Flair kicks out at the last possible millisecond, and Tiffany Stratton is losing it. She does not know what to do. Going for yet another prettiest moonsault ever, and it does not connect. That was dumb from Stratton. Flair saw that coming, and Flair catches her with a overhand slam as he backs up to the corner, calling Stratton up to her feet. Oh my god, whatever that move is, that was beautiful. As now Flair has Stratton in a position where the figure 4 black light, you already know she's gonna wrench in into the figure 8 and make Tiffany Stratton tap out. And new women's champion Charlotte Flair. We then transition backstage where we see Sakoa talking to Nick Aldis. I need a match with Ray Nick. I know Earl's looking for a match. I'd like to be his opponent. Sure, so I'll make that set up for night 2 tomorrow. You will take on Randy Orton. Good luck, Solo. No, don't good luck me. If anything, you should wish Randy Orton good luck. I don't need no good looks. Bye, Nick. And we're now here in the main event of night 1. It's Roman Reigns. It's CM Punk, the best in the world, and the visionary, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. This match is on, but it's always just CM Punk and Roman Reigns battling as Seth Rollins just watching it happen, standing in the corner, just laughing. Reigns and Punk just giving down by each other. Seth Rollins just chilling, and Reigns trying to come after Rollins, but Rollins runs out of the ring. Reigns just with him and CM Punk as he's stomping on the fingers of the best in the world. Rollins looks at Paul Heyman, telling him, "I'm winning this match, Paul. I'm winning this match. Let's look at your boys fighting, Paul." And now Reigns comes to the outside of the ring. Rollins takes out Reigns of a spinning clothesline, and now taking out CM Punk with a super kick, and then a super kick in a Roman Reigns. Rollins letting away, beating the living hell out of both Punk and Reigns here on the outside of the ring, right in front of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's boys being wiped out by Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins saying, see Paul? Oh, Rollins was out of harm's way, takes both of them out for a super kick yet again. Rollins is fired up, taunting right in the face of Paul Heyman. Reigns trying to take Rollins out, but Rollins sends him in the barricade. Now CM Punk can do the same. Now Rollins sends CM Punk to the barricade as well. Now Rollins dropping Roman Reigns with snake eyes on the barricade. Now Punk grabbing Rollins though. They need to take Rollins out ASAP. Rollins doing too much on them. There's a double suplex of the mat on the Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins trying to run away from CM Punk. CM Punk following him in. Oh, Punk leaves the ring and keeps it for Reigns as Reigns takes out Rollins with a spear. Count of 2, and Punk breaks things up just barely. And they're all brawling in the ring as Paul Heyman puts a candlestick in the ring, where CM Punk grabs it and is using it to his advantage on both Seth freaking Rollins and Roman Reigns until the candlestick ultimately breaks into pieces. He grabs Reigns, puts him up against the announcer table, has him up on it. I don't like what they're trying to do here. Punk's going for me on the announcer table. Reigns counters and takes him out for Uranagi through the table. Now sends Seth freaking Rollins in the steel steps as Reigns grabs the steel steps and tosses it right in the spine of Seth Rollins. That's gotta hurt as Reigns picks up Punk and sends him right into the ring. He bounces off the ropes and takes him out for Superman punch, cover in a Punk 2, and Rollins breaks things up. And he's now going for a stomp on a Roman Reigns. Bang! It connects, but Punk takes Rollins out in the corner, trying to steal a victory over Roman Reigns as Paul Heyman is exposing the top turnbuckle. No! Reigns takes out at 2.5, a millisecond away. Rollins now grabbing Punk and has him up in a cross face, locked in tight. Is CM Punk gonna tap out? I doubt it. We'll see right here, right now, though. Punk gets out of it with a boot in the ribs of Seth Rollins, sends him into the ropes, going for a kick. No, Reigns goes right over around CM Punk and takes out Rollins right in front of Punk. He's going for the cover. This is stupid by Reigns, and CM Punk takes out Charles Robinson in the process. Then takes out Reigns with a GTS, and Rollins going for a pedigree on a Punk. But Punk counters it with a clothesline. Robinson's back up on his feet. They count the cover now. Punk covers Reigns. 1. He's counting extremely slow because Punk stomped him. That would have been a 3 count if Punk never stomped Charles Robinson. And here on the outside of the ring is Seth Rollins taking out CM Punk for super kick, who is trying to clear off the announcer's table. And Rollins now of a powerbomb through the announcer's table. This match has been insane. Now Rollins sending CM Punk right back into the ring. Rollins gets in the ring and covers Punk, but Paul Heyman is distracting Charles Robinson, our referee, for the main event of night 1. Rollins is furious at Paul Heyman on the outside of the ring, so he's beating the hell out of him over candlesticks, breaking it into pieces, while Reigns and CM Punk don't give a damn about what's happening on the outside of the ring, as they're beating the crap out of each other inside of the ring, as Rollins on the outside of the steel chair just over and over again on the spine of an over 50-year-old man. And then a stomping his head on the floor outside of the ring. And in the ring, Reigns is dribbling CM Punk's head. He doesn't care about Paul Heyman. All he cares about winning this match and defeating CM Punk. And he dies of an elbow drop. And then he's going to move back in the corner and calling for a spear. But no, CM Punk catches him for a knee and rolls out of the ring because he's exhausted. He's tired. He needs a breather. And now in the ring is Seth Rollins taking Reigns in an exposed turnbuckle. Remember, that's what Paul Heyman exposed earlier in the match. There's a buckle bomb by Seth Rollins in the rings. He's going to the outside of the ring, taking flight with a crossbody to CM Punk on the outside of the ring. Now on the Reigns inside of the ring with a stomp. That's it. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins continues to defeat Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has still yet to pin Seth freaking